Marcus C. Williams here. We're going to wait a couple seconds as people start to hop on here and stuff like that. But I don't know if you guys saw today, the mayor was doing a press conference. It was a very interesting press conference. So the mayor and city council, as you may know, you guys, are all up for re-election this year. So 5 of the seats this year are up for re-election, and the mayor's office is up for re-election. So this is something that's kind of serious as far as what's going on this year. Now, with that being said, we also have to understand that people want to get reelected because not only is it a job, but it's also a position of power. My big contention and issue with city council and the mayor has always been that they don't address the actual issues that are facing us every day, like the crime, the crazy prices for buying a home or even renting a home right now, the continued collapse of the educational system, the every single day issues that face us all. I mean, everything from the snow plowing that nothing gets plowed to the potholes that never seem to get filled. And when they do, they're always right back. The same issues that we continue to deal with every single day. But somehow the elected officials on city council and in the mayor's office completely ignore these issues. So I go to city council every single month. Almost every month I'm there and I'm advocating for the community issues. Largely, I go there and I speak on the crime. And I say, hey, you guys, I know that you guys are scared to flex your legislative muscles and you don't really want to put any laws into place, even though you're a legislative body and it's well within your ability to actually do that, which we're not going to talk about, right? But also the fact that their job is to advocate for us to the next level of government. So for city council and the mayor, their job is to advocate for us and represent us to the state assembly and the state senate. But are they actually addressing the everyday issues like crime? So today, and you can't make this stuff up, you guys. Remember I told you that city council is up for re-election and that the mayor is up for re-election? I'm also, full disclosure, running for city council. Shameless plug. Go to my website, marcus4rochester.com. That's Marcus, the number 4rochester.com. Donate, volunteer, whatever you can do, because we can change this and make a difference and take real action in our community if we actually unite together. We're going to need people that are going to be willing to not only just put their money where their mouth is, where they say that they're concerned, but also to volunteer to help reach out in the community with me to get more people active. But I want to talk about this today, this whole concept of what the city has done. They put together a study. Oh my goodness, what a glorious thing it is when our elected officials put together a study. Don't you guys love the studies that the city and the state and the government do? All of the money that they put into the studies instead of actually going out and doing something. It drives me wild and it boggles the mind of how they're always doing some studies. I can tell you what's wrong right now with public safety and the issues. I'm sure that many of you guys know a lot of what's going on with public safety and the issues. We don't really need a study to figure out what's going on. We know, but they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars on this nonsense where the money just goes to some of their cousins' pockets or their friends' collaborative group or something, and then they get a kickback. It's disgusting and despicable, honestly. So, and honestly, when I get elected, you guys, make sure that you donate and volunteer on my website, Marcus, the number 4 Rochester. I'm going to push for a 10-year open audit on the city finances, because that's for real. We need an open audit on the city finances for 10 years. I'm going to push for the last 10 years of audit to be done publicly and publicly accessible to all of the citizens in the city of Rochester, because this is ridiculous, okay, what we're experiencing here. And if you guys want to drop a comment, I'll do my best to put the comment up on the screen too. So this is crazy what they're talking about right now at city council and the mayor's office. They did a study to say, oh, well, crime is bad. Really? You needed a study to say that crime is bad? Oh, response times are low because we don't have a lot of police. Really? Response times are low because we don't have enough police? You needed a study to show you this? It's like, are you retarded? Like, I mean, I'm not saying that anybody is, but I'm saying that maybe somebody needs to check themselves, because what is actually going on? Chris, I see you there. Chris says, we love you, Marcus. I love you too, Chris. That means so much to me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you greatly. So we've got these people that are supposed to be our representatives doing studies for thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars to say that crime is bad. Are you serious? And that we need more police. Are you serious? Like, you needed a study to do that? They also said the response times are low. Are you serious? And last but not least, and it's mind-boggling that they needed a study to do this, right? Like it's like they're just spitting in your face and slapping you with their backhand. Okay. And lastly, they said that the study showed that there are not enough workers at 911. Oh, and no, they didn't even say that. Matter of fact, there aren't enough workers. If you guys don't know, 911 is hiring right now. Please apply. They need help. They pay decent. The hours might be a little long, but that's because they don't have enough people. Please apply to the emergency services 911 center. They do need people, and they are hiring if you're looking for a job. But anyway, they said that the calls just line up at the at 911 all the time, and nobody's responding to them. Really? Do you know why that's happening? Did you do a study on why it's happening? I can tell you why it's happening, and I'm sure many of you guys can tell them why it's happening too. It's happening because during 2019, 2020, okay, the summer of love, where they burned down my whole neighborhood, destroyed all the businesses in all of the working class and impoverished neighborhoods, where they tore up all the businesses in the Black community, okay? That summer, when they fought to defund the police, and the city council, every single member that's running for re-election, voted to defund the police, as far as I can recall. Okay. So stop me if I'm not right. If one of them didn't vote for it, I don't think so. But they took $5 million away from the police. The police had to close the the police academy that year, and they couldn't even do that. And it takes, I believe, 18 to 24 months for you to go from applying to being able to get on the roll. Okay. It's insane. So we're already like an extra year and a half, 2 years behind on recruitment, plus the additional year. So that makes us 3 years behind on training officers, right? And even recruitment. But we can't talk about that. But we should be able to talk about that. How come they won't talk about that? They did it. They were all in office then. Okay? This is a serious issue. And they're not trying to talk about it, trying to act like nothing's going on. But they also did the police accountability board with all the anti-police, hate the police people on there, and they've been wasting our money, $32,000 a month for rent for the police accountability board, when we got all of these buildings that the city owns that they should have been in. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I can't even, and when they were buying those Brazilian nut mahogany tables for $18,000. These aren't jokes. These are real things that were happening. How much were those blinds again that they bought? Like $20,000 for blinds for one office. I might be embellishing that number. It might have been like 15,000 or something like that, but it was a ridiculous amount of money. Wasteful spending, wasteful government spending. And that's why when I get elected, I'm going to push for an open audit on the last 10 years. Let's see. Lisa's saying something. Lisa says, the community is still seeing many consequences from the Black Lives Matter movement from outsiders of Rochester. Now, I want to talk about what Lisa said right there. The last part is the most important, that we're seeing the consequences from the stuff that the people were doing, but the people were from outside of Rochester. Those people that came here, and I got interviews. You guys, if you're on my regular Marcus Williams page, my regular personal page, you can go to that. I still got the videos of me talking to the people. They're like, I'm from Victor. I'm from Ontario County. I'm from Wyoming County. Wyoming County? What are you doing here? Get out of my neighborhood. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, and what neighborhoods did they destroy? The working class and impoverished neighborhoods, the ones that they say that they care so much about, but we're not going to talk about it, right? So as we continue this conversation, let's see what Lisa says, causing destruction to predominantly Black communities. Exactly, Lisa. But what we saw this evening with City Council, all of these people who pushed to defund the police, who were dragging the police for years, okay, talking all types of crazy crap about the police. The police ain't no good. They ain't this, they ain't that. So all the police left, y'all. They left. We're down probably about 150, 160, okay, police officers. They'll tell you we're only down 100 officers, but what was happening is as the people were going into retirement for the police officers, they were just saying, okay, we don't need this position anymore. So they just took the position off the ledger. So it's not like we are down just 100 officers. It's they have not put the actual number of people that have been retiring into that list. You understand what I'm saying? So it's all a numbers game for the city, and they're trying to play it to make it look like it's not as bad. But even still, even if it was just 100 police officers, that is a crazy amount of people. And then people will say, well, we don't need more police officers because, you know, we got plenty of police officers. No, we don't. No, we don't. 2 police officers have to respond to every single call. Most police officers are in the car by themselves, which means that we need at least 2 officers in different cars dispatched to every single crime scene. At least. So when they talk today about, oh, well, we've got a high call volume in 911 and there are a lot of backed up stuff. Yeah, because y'all jacked everything up. Y'all also put in the city regulations and stuff like that the police can't pepper spray or tase nobody half the time. They can't handcuff none of these criminal youth or juvenile criminal terrorists or whatever you want to call them, right? Like they can't do anything about that. You understand what I'm saying? So there are no repercussions for these criminal terrorists because that's what they are right now. They passed regular criminality a long time ago. That's why you're seeing the level and the continued everyday persistence of these types of crimes. Like they just arrested a lady yesterday, bro. Yesterday, she was arrested 7 times in 11 days for stealing vehicles. 7 times in 11 days, she was arrested and released every single time. They just caught these 2 18-year-old, and I think the 16-year-old was the other age. Okay, and they had these guns, and they had like magazines, like 50, 60 bullet magazines. Okay, like, are you serious? Like, that's not even legal in New York State, but the state laws and the city laws make it harder for law-abiding citizens to own firearms or even get firearms, and criminals just walking around willy-nilly. It's all easy for them. So when we have that conversation, Lisa says, what you say, Lisa? Resolving positions and placing community at risk. Yeah. But it's a serious issue and it's a serious problem. But now they're talking about, oh, well, we've got a solution. Now, we've done a study. You've done a study? Really? What were your findings of the study? Oh, your findings were everything that we already knew. The police do not have enough people to respond to all of the calls, and that we have serious issues that are going unaddressed. Okay, we got that. So what is the city's solution to what's going on? The city's solution is to implement peer mediation for adults, right? Like, and I'm not able to help help but laugh because I'm laughing to keep from crying, y'all. They did a study for hundreds of thousands of dollars or however much it costs them, maybe millions of dollars, okay? Because they always spend millions of dollars on these ridiculous studies, okay? And I'd like to know who got the contract and whose cousin runs that company. You understand what I'm saying? So they did a study and they said, I know what the solution is. Let's do peer mediation for adults. And then, and this is no offense to anybody that's on city council or the mayor or anything. These are just straight facts. Miguel got up there and he was like, yeah, you know, we have issues with public safety and stuff like that. And the mayor got up there, yeah, public safety. And, you know, and then Mitch got up there, Mitch Gruber, he got up there. He's like, public safety. Okay, what are these people supposed to be addressing? Because remember, they said public safety. And we have other priorities too, like housing and all these other issues. This does nothing to solve any of them or even address any of them. Stop playing in my face. You understand what I'm saying? It's election year and all of them are up for election. So they sitting out here trying to act like they're doing something. And they're like, oh, well, we'll be hiring these people by September. We'll be having them out. September? You mean, let me see. Let me do some math here. September, October, November. Oh, you mean right at election time so you can do another press conference and say that you're doing something when you ain't doing the lick of spit, right? So these people here, and please hit like and share this out everywhere, okay? Share it on your page, share it on your friend's page, and please, you guys, if you're local or not local, you can go to my website and you can donate to my campaign for city council. You don't even have to live in the city to donate. www.marcus4rochester.com. That's Marcus4rochester.com. So you can donate just like that or volunteer. I will need volunteers to assist and to help me get the word out about the fugazi, flawed, fallacious nonsense that these people are doing so that we can actually address the issues that we need in our community. So back at it. So these people are up there talking about public safety. What? What does that have to do with public safety? Peer mediators have something to do with public safety? And I kid you not, this is the example that they use, you guys. I'm trying to laugh to keep from flipping out, right? Because it's really frustrating and it makes you want to kick over somebody's snowman. That's how mad it makes you. So they use this example. They said, yeah, you know, because they get calls for people with parking disputes and people's neighbors parking and blocking their driveway. And that, are you serious? Stop. Are you playing with me? You're doing this for parking disputes? Are you serious right now? Parking disputes when people are getting their cars stolen on the daily, it's ruining their lives because now they can't afford insurance anymore or their insurance is cut off or now they don't even have a car to get to work. You understand what I'm saying? And y'all talking about, oh, we're gonna add peer mediators so that people can peer mediate parking issues. Are you serious, bro? Whose face are y'all playing in? And Miguel, the president of city council, is up there, and Mitch Gruber is up there, and the mayor is up there, and it's ridiculous, right? Like, and I'm not trying to be at them. You understand what I'm saying? But the level of insult to the general public and to the citizens of Rochester, bro. Like they really sat there and played themselves playing us, right? Then guess what? Like it gets worse, right? Like you thought that was it. No, that wasn't it. Guess how many they're hiring? Guess. Drop a comment real quick, and I'll try to see what your comments are. If I can see it, I'll say what you're guessing. Guess how many they're hiring to do this peer mediation nonsense? Okay, it's 10. They're hiring 10 people. Just 10. They did a whole press conference about how they're going to address the issues in the city and public safety by hiring 10 peer mediators. What will these peer mediators do? Where will they be dispatched? Oh, they'll be dispatched to non-violent, non-confrontational trespassing on property and stuff like that. Are you serious, bro? Are you serious? Yeah, to public disputes where they have issues with parking. Are you serious? Like, are you serious? Like, we got real stuff. People dying in the street every day. Drug overdoses are out of control. I ain't never seen so many strung out people. We got more prostitutes than I've ever seen in my life. Like, this is insane what's going on here. People don't feel safe in the nice neighborhoods. You understand what I'm saying? They're busting out the windows of people's cars and stuff in the nice neighborhoods. They're running up in people's homes and stuff like that. Like, old ladies and old men with walkers, with wheelchairs and stuff. Those are two separate real instances. Both of these instances happen. Are beat up and mugged at the bus stop. Okay, like, this is really stuff that's going on. And you talking about you hiring 10 peer mediators after you did a whole survey, okay, study nonsense for however much money that cost the public. Whose face are you playing in? You understand what I'm saying, you guys? Like, they really take us for some chumps and some fools. Like, this is how they really think about you guys. This is how they really think about us. We don't matter to them, but you matter to me. That's why I'm constantly doing my best to hold these people accountable. And I'd encourage you guys, I need you guys to start coming with me to these city council meetings. I need you guys to start getting active with me so that we can hold these people accountable. I go to a city council meeting every month, okay? Stay up. I'm going to start posting these city council meetings before they come up, and y'all can link with me, and we can get together and talk about different issues before, so we can have a cohesive measure to go in there with. So lately, I've been going at them with, for probably the last almost 12 months, that I want them to advocate to the state assembly and the state senate publicly shame them about the laws, bail reform, and raise the age, and continue to let all of these criminals out on our streets every single day, like the lady yesterday that got arrested and re-released 7 times in less than 11 days, or those, the 16-year-old and the 18-year-old with the guns with the extended clip and the drum, with the extended magazine and the drum magazine. Like, are you serious? Like, guess what? They got out. They got out. They were previously in jail. I mean, not in jail, but arrested for illegal firearms, and they're out again. So there's clearly an issue with these laws. I encourage you, hit the like button, hit the share button, share it to your page, share it to your group. And if you can, please donate to my campaign, or definitely volunteer. I need all the assistance that I can get so that we can change what's going on in our city, and we can get real change and new leadership, real leadership. So go to my website, donate, volunteer, Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com. That's Marcus, the number 4, Rochester.com. You do not need to live in the city to donate or volunteer. So please go on there and definitely donate, because these people, the mayor has already raised $400,000 for his race, and Miguel's got like $50,000-$60,000, and the rest of them and all of this stuff. So these people, man, it's gonna be a challenge, but I'm gonna be taking it to them, because they can't keep playing in our face, disrespecting us like that, and not addressing the issues that are facing us every single day. Can you believe that they did that? After spending all our taxpayer money on a study, they're talking about they're hiring 10 peer mediators for public safety. That's not going to help public safety. Are you retarded or something? Like, what's wrong with these people? Peer mediators for non-confrontational trespassing and what was the other thing? And parking discrepancies. We're going to hire them. Are you stupid? Like, I mean, all of these people got degrees. Like, Mitch Gruber got a doctorate, even though it's in history of Rochester, he got a doctorate. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the mayor used to, I don't know what his degrees is, but he used to be a banker, and he was on city council, and he was on the president of the school board. Like, are you serious, bro? Like, what's the other one? Miguel, I know he's got some degrees or whatever his degrees are, but it don't matter. He basically runs, what's that? What's the Spanish people agency? That Spanish people agency. Y'all know the one I'm talking about if you live in the city. I can't remember. It's slipping my mind right now. It'll pop in my mind in a minute. But he basically runs that. And Mitch Gruber is like the COO of Foodland. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. Like, these people aren't dumb people, but they think that you're dumb. They're playing in your face. They're playing in my face. They're playing all of us for some chumps and suckers. Are we going to continue to let them play us like that? Not if I have anything to say about it. We're not. Because this is not only disrespectful, this is a waste of taxpayer money. I see you said something there, Lisa. I'm going to pop you up in 2 seconds. This is disrespectful. You understand what I'm saying? This is not right. This is very, very wrong. And they do it at the time of election, right? Because it's election time. That's why they're doing it. No other reason. They ain't got no other reason to do any of that. Talking about peer mediation. Excuse me. Let me tell you what they actually called it. The action team. What is this? Aqua Team Hunger Force? Like what are y'all doing? Like the action team. Are you serious? Talking about that's going to help public safety. That ain't going to help a lick of public safety when you're talking about you sending them to non-volatile, non-violent situations. We don't need nobody to do that. Okay, are you serious? Yeah, people be mad that don't nobody come to some of them issues, but we got people out here that are, this is a whole true fact, and Lisa, I'll pull your comment up after this. There was a lady that was mugged, and I let her use my phone to call the police. And I sat with her, so this was over by Jefferson, okay? And I sat with her, okay, for 3 hours to get somebody to get dispatched. You know, they're like, oh, somebody's coming. Oh, somebody's coming. Nobody ever came. You know why? Come to find out, because I spoke to a sergeant later that evening. Come to find out, they had like 15 high priorities home. And because it wasn't an active, ongoing situation, they couldn't spare the people. Because we don't have enough police, because our city council and our mayor has pushed this anti-police, okay, pro-criminal nonsense. It's insane. And they're talking about 10 peer mediators. Listen, let's see what Linda has to say. I mean, Lisa. Lisa, what you got? No real consequences for the criminals and people, for the people that aren't law abiding. Right. Lisa also says they are going to laugh at the snowflakes. It's, you know, it's like we're being mocked. And honestly, it's very frustrating to see how they treat us as citizens. Do you guys think that's okay? If you don't think that it's okay to just play in our faces and to slap us like they're disrespecting us with the back of their hand, please help me help our community fight to make a difference. Go to my website, donate, volunteer. Okay, I need your help. I can't do it alone. Okay, I wish I could. It's already a Herculean effort. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so I need your help. Please go to my website, donate, volunteer, and encourage all your friends and family and everybody you know to donate and volunteer. Okay, Marcus the number 4 Rochester.com. That's Marcus the number 4 Rochester.com. Now, to add insult to injury on top of all of this, right? On top of all of this, there were multiple shooting incidences this morning. You understand what I'm saying? And I believe there were 2 stabbings too. Since they weren't fatal or anything like that, they didn't really make the news and stuff like that. You really got to dig through the, what do you call those things? The scanners and stuff like that. And there were multiple thefts, okay? And car thefts and stuff like that today. But they want peer mediators when we need police. You understand what I'm saying? They want peer mediators when we need law enforcement. These people can't even bust a grape, and they're not about to even write a ticket. You understand what I'm saying? They have no lawful ability to do any of that. Best case scenario, they can write a what do you call those things? Citation from the city, which holds nothing. No, there's no authority behind it or anything. And right now, there's no law in place that they can even do that. So, but I'm sure they'll try to make it so that they can do that and say, look what we did. We're doing amazing things. Vote for us again. It's frustrating, you guys, that they try to play us like this continuously. You know, it really makes you want to go tip over a garbage can in front of their house. For real. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, the level of complete, what would you call it? Disconcern. Okay. The level of complete disregard, you know, like they don't live here. Like, they're not experiencing what we're experiencing. But the fact of the matter is, they are. City council is. All these people up for re-election are. The mayor is. He knows what time it is. Because he decided a couple, listen, more insults, right? From our elected officials. So he decided about two weeks ago now, maybe, to do a press conference about people breaking into the abandoned hotel downtown and throwing chairs out the window. Nobody care about that daggone hotel. Okay? Don't nobody care about that hotel. And people breaking in that hotel when people are breaking into real people's homes. When people's houses are getting shot up. Well, they just had the house last night shot up with the kids in it, you know, or maybe that was 2 days ago. Okay? Last night, I think they shot up the house in Gates with kids in it. But that just shows you how the crime travels. You understand? The day before that, it was one in the city. But we don't even see most of this stuff covered in the news. But he got out there and talking about, oh, well, you know, we are gonna shame these criminals that threw the chairs out of the windows into the river. Nobody care about that. Bro, do something about all of these criminals that are assaulting people on the street, that are robbing people's businesses, that are stealing people's vehicles, okay, that are shooting into homes, right? Do something about that. Say that the state assembly is wrong. Call them out by name, okay? Tell them that they need to change what they're doing. You explain to me why the mayor and city council refuse to call out the state assembly and the state senators. Oh, I can tell you why. Because they know where their pockets are greased, okay? They know that those are the people who give them money and funnel them money in the back doors and stuff like that. So they won't go after them. They won't speak up against them. They're afraid to buck their own party. That is a very serious situation because they're all Democrats, right? And you may be a Democrat listening to this, but you're tired and you're fed up. How can they do this to us, right? And this is why I'm running, because they just clearly do not care about us. Like, you mad at them throwing some chairs out? Are you serious? You know, it was so insulting about that night that he got up there and with them and talked about them chairs getting thrown out into the river. You understand what I'm saying? That morning, some 60-something-year-old guy had been shot that morning. Some old person, 50-something, maybe 52, 57 or whatever, had got stabbed the night before. Now, that might have been a domestic thing, but still, you understand what I'm saying? And again, none of that addresses the drug overdoses or the homelessness or anything, right? You understand what I'm saying? These are serious issues that are facing us every day, and they play like it don't exist. Then in that same press conference, because I just can't, y'all. Like, this is like I'm telling y'all, like it's crazy, right? Like, it makes you want to pour out somebody's water, y'all. Like, it's crazy. Like, so in that same press conference, over the last couple of days before that, like, Park Ave had a rash of car break-ins and stuff like that. And then he was like, yeah, we're gonna add a couple more patrols to that area because they're having break-ins. Are you serious? They're not even stealing the cars over. They're just breaking into the cars. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, some of the cars over there are being stolen, but what the incident was is that it was a rash of breaking of the windows and stuff of the people's cars. Now, the problem with that is, over here in my neighborhood, they stealing everybody's car. They tried to steal my car twice, okay? And you talking about, oh, because it's in the nicer neighborhoods, now we're gonna add some more patrols over there. Are you serious, bro? Like, what about North Clinton? Like, what about Jefferson? You understand what I'm saying? What about those neighborhoods? What about Chilai? what about Portland? You understand what I'm saying? Like, are you serious? You gonna put more patrols in the nicer neighborhoods because some people's windows got broken? When people getting shot and stabbed, and there's all types of drugs outside in these other neighborhoods and communities, but now because it happened in a nicer neighborhood, now all of a sudden it's a problem. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. Where were the rest of the police and extra patrols for us? And then you wonder why they're getting the windows busted out in the nicer neighborhoods, because you have sent the message that criminals can do whatever they want and they will not have any repercussions. So of course the crime is going to travel. Of course it's going to go over to the nicer neighborhoods. Of course it's going to end up in Greece. Of course it's going to end up in Gates. Of course it's going to end up in Henrietta. If you guys have been following the news the last couple of days, crazy stuff is happening in the suburbs around Rochester, okay? And of course it's going to happen in Irondequoit. You understand what I'm saying? Penfield, okay? All types of stuff. Except in the Penfield, Pittsford area, they never really talk about the crime. I'm just starting to see some things come out in the news about that stuff that's going on there. You understand what I'm saying? But still, most of it's kept hush-hush. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And why is that happening? Because our local elected officials, the mayor, city council, okay, Mitch Gruber, Miguel Melendez, who else up for election? Stanley Martin. Where the hell she been at? Excuse me. Where the heaven she been at the last 4 or 5 years? Okay, she been elected this whole time. I'm for the people. First of all, she ain't even from here with her Jamaican fake black self. Okay, talking about I'm for black people. You ain't even black. Caribbean island self. No offense to Caribbean islanders, but don't play in our face, in black people's face. You understand what I'm saying? Like you trying to act like you black and you not. Don't do that. Okay, you ain't like us. You was not us. Okay, and then she had a white boyfriend and was dating and got all this extra money and all this crazy shit. Excuse my language. You understand what I'm saying? But they play in our face. That just goes to show you how they play in our face. Where has she been the last 4 years? I ain't seen her on none of the issues that we actually have in the community. You was supposed to say that you was about to do something. You ain't do a gosh dang on thing this whole time, except promote socialist, extremist values of stabilizing our city and talking about stuff that's going on in other countries. I'm sorry, okay? I can't deal with something going on in other countries when I got people getting stabbed in front of my house. Got to clean blood off the stoop in front of my house because people getting stabbed outside that don't even live here. Like, it's like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, one of the biggest concerns of a lot of people in Rochester is not getting shot or getting stabbed, right? It's getting shot or stabbed by mistake. By mistake. You know what I'm saying? Which we actually had happen about a month ago to a guy. And it's crazy. It's insane. But they ignore us like nothing's going on. Where the rest of them at? Where the rest of city council at? I guess Willie's retiring. You understand what I'm saying? Patterson maybe once every quarter says something. Okay? Where are they at? Nowhere to be found. Y'all see these issues. Why won't you speak up for the community on what's going on and demand that our state representatives are held accountable? I'm going to run through some of our state representatives right now for you so you know who to feel some type of way about. And then I'm going to read the comments. Prayer Warriors is Charlotte Beach. I see you there. And then Lisa, I see you said something else, I think. But let me run through. These are our state assembly members and our state senate members here locally who are all in favor of continuing this catch and release policy of bill reform and raise the age and refuse to go back and reassess these issues. My person, my representative, Damon Meeks. Okay, that's my assemblyman. He says he loves it. Jeremy Cooney, my representative for state senate. He says he's never locking up another person under 18 again. He said that out loud in a press conference to the news. Okay, this is what he said. He said that. And we know that the vast majority of the crimes that are happening right now are the people that are under 18. You understand what I'm saying? So you mean you're not going to arrest none of these criminals? And that's why they're all out here. And then they get older people that encourage these, I don't know what you call them, young adults. You understand what I'm saying? Young criminals, okay, to go out and do crime because they know that they won't really have anything to do to them. You understand what I'm saying? So that causes a whole nother level of issues with the problem. Okay. Then we got Jen Lunsford, okay, also refuses to do anything about it. Okay. We got what you call him, Harry Bronson. Now, Harry, I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like Harry knows better, and because like, what's up, bro? Like, why, bro? Like, whenever I talk to him, I kind of feel like he knows, and he knows it's not right. And that really messes with me. You understand what I'm saying? And then what the other one name? Sarah Clark. Okay, all of them are local state assembly and local state senators. Y'all need to be calling their office and demand that they work on amending bail reform and raise the age laws, because we can't be letting these criminals continue out and out and out. And for anybody that's just tuning in, there's this lady yesterday, she got arrested 7 times in 11 days for stealing cars. Okay, the day before that, there was an 18-year-old and a 16-year-old with multiple illegal firearms charges that had been caught and re-released and caught again and re-released again. You understand what I'm saying? So these are very clearly serious issues, but city council won't hold them accountable because their palms is greased, okay? Because they are indentured servants to these people when they're supposed to be your representative, when they're supposed to be my representative, but they don't care about us. You understand what I'm saying? Then got the nerve to get up on the TV and start using my words and my phrasing and my phraseology, talking about, oh, we need to create opportunities for people to thrive. That's what I say. Play in my face. Let's talk about some of these comments here. What we got? Lisa says we haven't heard anything from her since BLM talking about Stanley Martin. Absolutely. Prayer Warriors for Charlotte Beach says they are Marxist. Also says, yes, they are more concerned about overseas. Absolutely. Let's see. Then they had a conversation themselves. What else we got? Harry Bronson is worth $10 million. Is that true? Is that true? I don't know if that's true. But if it is true, that's crazy. Okay. And then she says our roads have giant holes in there. If you're just tuning in, that was one of the issues that I talked about early on, that we have issues with the snow plowing and the potholes that always come back because they're not doing the job right in the first place. But the work is always seems to go on, but it's never seeming to be done. It's a serious problem, you know, and we have all of these issues that face us every single day that they continue to go unaddressed. And it's like they just don't care. It's really problematic because they don't really care about us. That's a fact. They care about themselves. They care about their job. That's why they did this ridiculous farce of a press conference farce, fake, you know, fallacious trash. You understand what I'm saying? Playing in our face. Okay. That's why they did this ridiculous press conference talking about peer mediation for adults. We're going to hire 10 peer mediators. Why are you playing in my face like that, bro? Like, why? Like, why? Like, if you were quiet and didn't say anything, like, it would have been much better. Like, but to play in our face like that, like, that's an insult to an injury. And if you are one of the victims of either the break-ins or the cars being stolen, or your windows being broken, or you've been mugged or anything like that, or even you've been sexually assaulted, which we can't even talk about the sexual assaults in Rochester. Okay, we can't even talk about that, right? Or the missing people. We can't ever talk about the missing people. That's a whole nother conversation that they never talk about. Like, I feel for you. My heart goes out to you because it's clear that these people don't give a flying monkey's uncle about our everyday experiences. You understand what I'm saying? Then get up on the press conference. I'm like, oh, guffaw, ha ha ha. We're doing stuff. I'm not doing a lick of spit. You're not doing a lick of spit, but playing in our face. Let's see. We got some more comments. Let's see. Lisa says, how about the correction facilities and the strikes? Yeah, that's more of a state issue. I'm focusing on the local city issues and stuff like that. But there's a lot of stuff surrounding that. Again, poor policy from the state assembly members. I done told y'all who to call. Go call them. Okay, send them some emails. Let's see. And then something else about the same thing. But yeah. Oh, here's one. They steal money from these fake funds and stuff for poverty. Absolutely. They do that 100%. Okay. And then we never see the money. They don't open the books. That's why I said earlier, you guys help me get elected, and I'm going to push for an audit, an open audit to open the books for the last 10 years. Okay. So you can see, and the public can see the city's books. Okay. So that they can actually be publicly audited to see where the money is going, to find out where the money is being spent. Because this is some trifling nonsense, bro. I know. No, nobody got to tell me. I know for a fact, seeing the way that they operate, that whoever did that study or survey that they're talking about that they did, I forgot what they called the name of it, something retarded. But whoever did that study, okay, I guarantee you that there's somebody's cousin, somebody's friend, that they know each other, okay, and they're greasing palms. You understand what I'm saying? This isn't about helping the people. There's none of this is about helping the people. It's a very, very serious situation, and we deserve better. That's why I'm running. So please, you guys, donate, volunteer. You do not have to even be local to donate or volunteer. Marcus, the number 4 Rochester.com. That's Marcus, the number 4 Rochester.com. I'm fighting to provide new leadership and some real change, some actual tangible solutions to the crazy situations that affect us every day. We got so many issues here in our city. I could talk about it at length, but just talking about these, how they play in our face every day, goes to show you how little that they care and how little that they actually think about you. They don't think about you. They care about their pockets. They care about the people who are donating to their campaigns. They don't care about us. And that is a daggone shame, because they're supposed to represent us when they're out there representing private interests. It's unacceptable. Let's see a couple more comments. Audit the animal shelter. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to help us, but I'm more than happy to do that. That would be part of auditing the city's books, because there is funding that comes from the city for the animal shelter. So that would be there. I do think that they do get some donations, and there's like a second group or something that does that. I don't know how one of those things would be initiated, but I think that part would have to be from outside. Um, all right, I'll see you tomorrow at the city council meeting. Yeah, you guys, city council is tomorrow night at 6. So please call city council tomorrow to try to get on the docket to speak if you want to speak. And I encourage you to come out. I'll be there, okay? And we can have a conversation about what to do going forward, because I'm all about that solution. Whenever I talk about an issue or a problem or whatever, 90% of the time, 95% of the time, I have a solution. Okay. Something implementable, something tangible, something that's cost effective. Because we are the ones who have to change what's going on. It's up to us as a community. They're clear that they don't care about us. And that's why I'm running, because you matter to me. So please go to my website, volunteer, donate. Marcus, the number 4 Rochester.com. That's Marcus, the number 4 Rochester.com. You do not have to be local to donate or volunteer. All right. I love you guys. Be blessed and be well. And remember, stand up, speak up, and don't shut up. Take action. I'll catch you guys later.